So yesterday, Charlotte finally decided that she should do what? Tell her teacher about what happened, right? So she wrote about it in her journal. She wrote about how sometimes it's easier to write than it is to talk. And she wrote about how frustrated she is because she wrote the letter that was in the newspaper and they were her words and somebody stole them. And she was very frustrated by that. Copyright, man. And she also wrote about how she was mad at herself because she hurt her friend, right? Like hurt her feelings. How she hurt Maddie's feelings. Right? All right. So, tonight's the night, asked Miss G when we were sitting in her office. Yeah, I've been queasy since last night and my stomach is in a total knots today. I can't believe the opening night is already here. Are you nervous? No. Yes. You're going to be great. I shrug it off. It's not like I have to. I pause and take a breath. Do a lot. There are no small parts. Just small horses, I say. She laughs. Let's get started. I guess we'll need to find a new play after this one, won't we? Maybe. That would be okay with me. We start at the beginning. She sits in her swivel chair, the manuscript in her hands, and I read all the good parts. I know every line, every action, everything, and I say it all while looking her right in the eye. When the bell rings, she claps and cheers. My cheeks burn, but it feels really good to hear applause. I don't think I've ever performed and been clapped for in my entire life. She says, break a leg. I grin. Thanks. I take my... Why did she tell her to break a leg? Lydia.
Because it's a theater thing. It was made for theater. But,
Yep.
Other people can say it for like sports and stuff. It's when they're doing something that's really important and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, their family or someone wants to wish them a good luck, so they say break a leg, but they don't mean it literally. Like don't break a leg.
Yep. So it is a figure of speech. To break a leg means good luck. Yes. Is that for real? Is that how it started?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so Allie just said that it started because people said break a leg when you had an audition because they wanted you to get into a cast.
I'm not sure about that.
Which is funny, whether it's true or not. We'll have to look into that one. The validity of that. It does actually make sense. I don't know that I've ever looked into where that comes from, but she said that when you have an audition for a play, people say break a leg because they want you to get into the cast.
Also, when people tell you to hold your horses, they want you to be stable. Like a stable.
Oh. I take my time going to the auditorium. By this time tomorrow, opening night will be over with, and I'll always get to say that I was a part of it. That's something. I also managed to scatter every single note I have all over the school. They're in lockers and backpacks on seats in bathrooms. I put a few more in library books. It makes me smile to think of someone opening a book and reading something kind stuck between the pages. Leaving a note only takes a second, just like the bad thing only took a second. And with each note, I wonder how much it will take to make up for what I did to Maddie. If you put enough good into the world, does it cancel out the bad you've done? I walk through the auditorium doors and the full stage lights are already on. Miss Harper is adjusting the sound levels. This is it, our last run through. The rehearsal goes just like it's gone every day this week, except I'm finally spot on with those silly apples. I don't even think about where I'm throwing them. Trees don't think about their aim, they just think about making Dorothy go away. As for the horse, Sophie and I have it down. When we hear the line about the horse being a different color, Sophie and I both prance and neigh and we exit the stage. Everyone seems to think it's great and I'm having a blast. Listen up, Miss Harper says. Be back at 5:30 sharp. I know that's not much time, but we have a lot to do to get ready, and we can't be late. Try not to overuse your voices this afternoon. Glinda's understudy just came down with laryngitis, and we need everyone healthy tonight. Yes? We nod. She continues, I will see you all very soon. Then her eyebrows meet mine, and the space between her eyebrows wrinkles. She frowns and turns away. That's not like her. Was I not very good today? Maybe she talked to Miss Garrett and she's worried that I'll stutter on stage. That's what I'm worried about. Oh. Some say the term break a leg originated during Elizabethan times when instead of applause, the audience would bang their chairs on the ground, and if they liked it enough, the leg of the chair would break. The most common theory refers to an actor breaking the leg line of the stage. I don't know what that means. What's the leg line of the stage? Yeah. I don't know. Interesting. All right, so right now, how does Charlotte feel? She feels really nervous. Why does she feel, what's making her more nervous than just the fact that it's opening night? Because her teacher frowned at her. Would I frown at you? I frowned at you before.
Maybe she knows about Audrey stealing it.
I mean, she does know because she probably read the journal. Does she think she's lying?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's keep reading. All right. Maybe she talked to Miss Garrett and she's worried that I'll stutter on stage. That's what I'm worried about. Hey, Aubrey, Miss Harper calls. I need to speak with you a minute.
Oh, no.
My eyes widen, or maybe Miss Garrett told Miss Harper that I wrote the letter. I don't really mind if she did. Miss Harper will know everything after she reads my journal. It's my truth, not Aubrey's. The bell rings and I steal a glance over my shoulder. Aubrey approaches Miss Harper, who holds a newspaper in her hand, and Miss Bishop joins them. They look so serious. Do you think anyone will come? I ask Grace, Sophie, and Jack as we step into the sunshine. It's cool outside, and I catch a whiff of wood smoke in the air. It smells like fall. Are you kidding? The whole town will be here because the plays are always so good, says Grace. No, I mean all the people we wrote those letters to. Oh, I hope so, says Sophie. They have to see it to get it. They'll be here, especially after Aubrey's letter ran in the paper. Oh yeah, just you wait, Jack says. Grace shakes her head. Actually, I elbow Grace and she sighs. Never mind, she says, exchanging a knowing glance with Sophie. What was Grace going to say? Actually, it was Charlotte's letter, Jack. I know it's my letter, but I don't even want to bring it up now. I just hope all the hard work means something. We tried to save musical theater class. How many other kids can say that? See you later, I say, and climb up the bus steps. Scanning the seats for the empty spot, I stiffen. Josh is in the seat across the aisle from Maddie, his shoulders turned in her direction. My already nervous stomach plummets. When are the kids who are chatting with her? Where are the kids who were chatting with her last week? They're nowhere near her. Neither is Lyric, who's sitting near my usual spot, but that's no surprise. I study Maddie's face as I get closer. She doesn't look upset, really, more like she's bracing herself for the worst. She's in the seat by the window, but her bag is in the spot next to the aisle. I keep going. It's never too late to do the right thing. I slide into the seat behind her so no one else can, just in case. They're not going to sit behind her and torment her anymore as long as I'm around. A moment later, Tristan plops down in the seat in front of Maddie. He turns to Josh across the aisle and doesn't even look at Maddie. I lean back when I spot a small square of folded notebook paper next to me. That's weird. I didn't see it there when I sat down. I pick it up, unfold it, and read a message in pink gel pen. You're not done yet. Keep going. Whoa. Who wrote this? I sit up straighter. No one is glancing my way. They're all looking out the window, reading, talking to other people, or playing on their phones. Who could it be? I steal a glance at Lyric. Oh. whose gaze meets mine when she looks up from writing something in her notebook. She rolls her eyes and turns her back to me. Nope, definitely not her. I realize with a twinge of disappointment. If she had written this note, it would mean there's still a part of her that's my friend, but I know that's not true. I look back down at the note. Someone copied me, but they didn't do it like Aubrey did. They didn't steal my words. They wrote their own and put them out there for kids who might need them. I need them. I refold the note and put it in my shirt pocket, right next to my heart. A shoo-in. The parking lot is completely full. Cars are parked on the sidewalk, in the bus loading dock, and even in the teachers' parking spaces. Families dot the sidewalks as they walk toward the building. My heart pounds. This is it. People are actually going to be watching me throw apples and prance around as a horse. I feel sick and giddy at the same time. Dad pulls our SUV up to the sidewalk. Why don't you all go get tickets? I'll try to find a place to park. I don't need to be told again. I tumble out of the car in record time. Mom shuts the door and we walk in together. You're going to be fine, she says. I smile. I know. I'm proud of you for doing this. I reach over and pat her shoulder. I love you, Mom. No way am I going to hug her in front of everyone. It would be too embarrassing. Hey, what time is it? Mom checks her phone. It's 5:28. Oh, I gotta go. Go get him, kid, Mom says, raising her fist in the air when she says it. I dart away as fast as possible. Right in front of the auditorium, I gape at the crowd. There are parents with kids, grandparents, and a bunch of teachers. Is this normal? Would they have turned out like this anyway? Or did we do this with the letter? Everything backstage is a blur of fabric and powder. Every light illuminates the front dressing room. The girl with the biggest rolls sit at the counter putting on their makeup and doing their hair. I move on to the next room where Sophie is chatting with several girls who play munchkins. I slip into my tree costume robe, just like I've done every day this week. After I pull my hair back into a low ponytail, I wipe my glasses on my sleeve and put them back on. Done. I fold up my regular clothes and put them in my locker with a star on it. But there's a folded square of paper right on the edge of the locker door. I unfold it, and in a familiar pink gel pen, it reads, "Go big or go home." I scan the fitting room, but no one is even looking my way. If anyone here put it in my locker, they're not acting like it. Is the note for me? Or could it be for anyone, and I just happen to be the one who found it? I have so many questions, but that reminds me. I reach into the pocket of my folded jeans, pull out the other notes that I found on the bus, and slip it into the locker several spaces down from mine. Maybe someone else in the play needs to see them too. Hey, Charlotte, Grace says, poking her head around the corner, already in her gingham blue dress with bare feet. Hey, superstar. Oh, please, she says, but her face glows with happiness. Nervous? More excited than anything else. And you? Are you kidding? I've been waiting for this my whole life. I grin. I know exactly what she means. Whoa, Sophie yells. We all turn to see her looking down at her phone. Check this out. My mom just sent it. She holds up a picture of the auditorium with crowds of people everywhere. It's packed. I squeeze Grace's arm and we all jump up and down and squeal. The entire room buzzes with excitement. We might actually save musical theater class if we have enough support. We have one weekend to wow everyone with this play. One. We move into the front dressing room just as Aubrey stands in costume in front of the full-length mirror, Grace's slippers in hand. What do you think you're doing? Grace says. Relax. I'm just trying them on. I want to see what they look like. She holds onto the counter and puts the shoes on. Grace crosses the room in record time and grabs the other slippers still in Aubrey's hand. I don't think so. You could stretch them out or scuff them. I don't want anything to happen before we go on. Aubrey tugs on the shoe, but Grace doesn't let go. I never thought I'd see Dorothy and Glinda in a real-life showdown over slippers. Give me my shoe, Grace says. This isn't all about you, you know. Oh, don't be such a baby. It's just a shoe. Grace's eyes widen. Oh, yeah? Like it was just a letter in the newspaper? Aubrey clenches her jaw. Grace continues. Did you think no one noticed? Then she turns to the whole room. Listen up, everybody, she says, gesturing with her open arms. You know how Aubrey wrote a letter to the paper? Just in case you forgot, it was Charlotte's. She was nice enough to share it to help us write our letters. Everyone stares and nods. Aubrey tugs at the shoe again, but Grace is never letting go of it. So now that we've reminded everyone that you like to take things that aren't yours, how about letting go of my shoe? Miss Harper bursts into the dressing room. What is going on in here? She says, rushing over to Aubrey. We all exchange glances. Speak! I step forward. They were fighting over the shoes. Miss Harper's expression doesn't change. It's like she didn't hear me. What? She was trying to take my shoes, Miss Harper. Aubrey holds her chin up like she's daring Grace to say another word. Shoes? Miss Harper says with an icy chill in her voice. I need to speak with you in the hallway, Aubrey, now. Her face turns splotchy and red. I've never seen her so upset. You should have just let me try them on, Aubrey says, glaring at Grace. Not another word, Miss Harper says. Her gaze falls on Aubrey's slippered foot. Give me that shoe, please, she says, holding out her hand. Grace's eyes meet Aubrey's as though to say, see, told you. Aubrey presses her lips together and hands the shoes to Miss Harper. Miss Harper passes the slipper to Grace and whisks Aubrey out of the room.
Is Aubrey her friend or the...
Aubrey is the one who is playing Glinda that stole the letter, that said, don't be too disappointed when you don't get the part.
Oh, so she's like Rupert.